Now you can see here not all of these studs are actually even in there for the exhaust manifold. I've got a load more here. They're all I think 12mm. So yeah, that's it. I was hard thinking what I might do is just back off that manifold and have a look at the gasket and see what kind of shape it is, so we'll do that first. So I found a gasket. It's not brand new, but it's also not that old. It's actually from that car, the B18, so it will work. Let's just put it up to it. Yep. I'm just going to clean this off a little bit and whack that in. It's going to be better than this flaky thing. It's been leaking for ages because someone's not even had all the studs. Right, quick wipe off, it's good as new. But obviously it would be ideal to have a new gasket. I don't have one for now. I'll need to buy one, but it's going to be better than that thing. So quickly whack this on. So obviously you've got to run them down finger tight first. I'll show you what it looks like. This bit needs to be into the cylinder head. So sometimes you've got to drop the whole exhaust and clean up the thread inside the cylinder head because it's not nicely screwing in, but these ones weren't too bad, so screw them up. And then so this obviously, this bit goes into the cylinder head, and then the nut, 12mm, goes over the top. Just be careful that some of these, this one was a little bit rounded, so I didn't use that one. Be careful not to do that, and then just torque it up evenly. You don't want to start off torquing that side moving across because it's going to kind of not sit flat and flush. So you want to do kind of a cross pattern and do it nice and evenly, and then do the final torque on the nuts. So again, this car's looking a bit more legit now that it doesn't have so many of these weird bolts everywhere. I did just notice this one here and that one there, and I'm just going to basically go around and take off all the non-Honda stuff. This thing about non-Honda fixings, just I can't agree with, unless you try and dress your engine bay up or something, but I don't think that's what this is, especially when it's Imperial. There's just something really wrong about that. There's something wrong about this as well, I've noticed. It's clearly not the right bracket. Probably someone has used the wrong thing just to make it work or something, but that's not right, is it? So I need the proper bracket. I can probably get that, and these aren't right either. I had to take off those hands as well, I just couldn't look at them anymore. Anyway, that's all looking a lot better now. Obviously we've done that gasket. I'm going to give it a quick start. I'm in the middle of doing this stereo stuff and sorting out the leaks which I've found. So that's have another thing really. Just check it's not in gear, and let's see if it should run a lot nicer now. See, before I think you could hear a bit of gas escaping. It sounds so nice now. This car is definitely getting better. Each thing I do to it. Let's turn it off. So that's probably my current status as it is. Lots of little things, lots of little improvements, and I think that's what having one of these cars is all about. You've got to go through fixing the things that have gone wrong over the years, and you know, this kind of shortcut repairs or anything like that, you're just gonna have to find them all. I mean, old cars will have lots of issues. This car probably had many more issues than even when it came to me, but you just got to go through each of these things logically and try and pick them off. Some things like, you know, which screws I'm using, I'm being a bit over the top, it doesn't really matter, but some of the stuff like not having all the bolts in there, it's obviously going to affect the car. But you get picky the more you work on these, and the more that you can just see things that isn't quite right. So I think that bracket there, that has to go. Probably this is the wrong cable. It's probably the D series cable, because this was a B16A1 car. I think it even says it up on here. ED9. I think it even says look down there. D16. You can almost see it. D16A9 there. So some of that stuff was used from it. So it's not all wrong, but stuff like this, I mean, this just looks strange. Strange fix. A single wire, looks like it's kind of a cheap lambda sensor that's been used. I don't even think that exhaust manifold is right for the car. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if that's a standard one. It seems like it's got two bungs in there. I'm not sure if that's standard or not. Let me know what you think. But other than that, car's running pretty well. As I said before, I've got some of these bungs to buy. I've got the bung down there. See, just down there. I'll put that one in, and I'll put this one in here. But I don't have any bung around the heater matrix, so I need to buy that one. And other than that, I think all of the other holes are pretty much plugged on this one, which is really good. Again, when people are doing engine conversions, I'm guilty of it myself, you just want to get the thing running, but you know, it needs fixing. This is a bit nasty. I don't really know what's gone on here. I kind of wonder if someone's had some security system on there, or maybe an HID light conversion thing, or whatever. But you know, the way that's rusting and stuff, that'd be nice if I kind of removed all that, at least the sticky mark, and possibly just did some touch-up paint there. It'd look a lot better. But you know, these are all just minor cosmetic things. The car's got quite a lot of things going on with it that aren't quite right, and we'll just continue trying to make it right. Okay, we're going legit, guys. This is actually a special bracket. I think it's made by Tegiwa in the UK, and what it enables you to do is put this down here like that in those two holes, and then run the old cable. I think that's what it enables you to do anyway. So I'm just going to slacken the two 12mm off, take that single 10mm off, and just place that down there. Two 10mm bolts are all tight there. I just need to put this, run this underneath here. Oh dear. Got it. Two hands. This is in a much nicer position now. Before it was kind of angled oddly. So now I can just go ahead and tighten this up. You can obviously get it out through this little neck there, and then when you go to tighten it, kind of pull it over there. There you go. And the most important thing here is not have it so tight that it's actually pulling the throttle open slightly, but not have it so loose that it's just horrible. I might even undo these bolts and just cock this whole thing up a little bit more. So I'll do that first, because at the moment the bracket's kind of down a bit. It's quite a bit of adjustability when you loosen those, so you can put it in a nice position. So you want it kind of like that-ish, so it's nice and central and flat. So then tighten those up, and then go ahead and adjust your two 12mm to get the tension on the throttle cable correct. So this is one way of doing it. First, just make this incredibly slack, and then you can hear this. It's obviously hitting the end stop. And then if you tighten it up a bit too much, give you an example. Do that, put it back in place, and then you see it's actually pulling on the cable, not on the end stop there. So you just want it just so it's making that noise and hitting the end stop. Hold the back 12mm, tighten the front, and then it's nice. Then just put this little nipple thing over there, and then I think you'll agree we've gone legit. Less ghetto stuff, unlike this thing where someone seems to have drilled and tapped the boss. I guess that's what you can do if you want to do that, but if I notice the idle's suddenly massively high, I'll know it's gone through into the inlet manifold, but probably not. Hard to see. But anyway, let's just start it up and see if the throttle position is correct or not. Check your knot in gear. Good splips. See, if it was too slack, you'd know at that point, or if it was too tight, that your revs would be higher than they should be. So beautiful. So again, just working through the little things, and this car just gets better each little fix you do. So like I say, that was from Tegiwa. I can't even remember how much it was. It's only a bent bit of metal, but it's just adding to the whole, you know, look of the car. It adds up more. There's less weird things going on, and that's what we're trying to do here.